Hi everyone, and welcome to another video in our series Linux for Network Engineers. Today we'll talk about what I call poor man's DNS, which is a way to do some manual configurations on a machine like that are only local though, right? And the way that this can be done is by manually configuring etc hosts. We're going to use this to show you three different things. One is how to resolve a local host name to an IP or any host name to an IP, how to block a website, and how to redirect an existing host name to another IP. Okay, so this doesn't replace DNS, not scalable, can be done again only on one machine on an ad hoc basis. But it's handy to know about it and have it like in your fingertips if you do something ad hoc. So as I said, these changes are done by editing this file, etc hosts. As you can see there, the first two line it specifies the where localhost is mapped to in IPv4 and IPv6. This line here are all the nodes on the local network, and this one here are all the routers in the local network. And actually, as an example of what we'll be doing now is you can see here as an example that the Raspberry Pi host name is mapped to 127.0.1.1. So right now we're going to do our own configurations here, okay? I'm gonna just create there a command line. It starts with a with this symbol pound key, and from now on I'm gonna just make some examples of what we're going to be doing, right? So let's take as an example that we have a machine that we connect very often, right? And the IP of that machine is 31.0.25. So of course, if you want to SSH that machine or ping it or whatever, you can just type the IP and do that every time you want to access it. But let's say you want to make it easy to access by just typing box one or whatever we want to name it, right? So you can use this line here, this configuration. Now if I'm gonna ping first 127.31.0.25, I'm gonna see that okay, this is the machine I usually connect to, but now I can just say box one and have the same result, right? So it is, as you can see, convenient sometimes to do that if you have a machine that you want to access very often, and you want to name it to something that is easy to remember and shorter to type even, right? So as a second example of what you can use this file for, I can show you how to block a website. So let's say here that we want to block Yahoo, and we don't want anybody on this machine to be able to access Yahoo or www.yahoo.com. So with this configuration here, I just mapped the two addresses to as you can see here, an invalid IP. So now if I try to ping yahoo.com, right, as you can see, it's redirecting me to the local host, okay, and actually if I try to do a curl to www.yahoo.com, I'm gonna get a failed connection. So the thing here is that on your browser, if you were to open your browser, you would see an error message, right, saying that, of course, the probably you would get a 404 error, obviously, because say the server is not accessible. There's no servers running on this 000 machine, right? Of course, this it kind of resembles filtering functionality, where you can filter or blocking functionality, right? Where you can block certain websites from being accessible on the specific hosts. Uh, so now let's give another example of what we can use this for. Now another one is redirection. This one, for example, let's say that when we try to access google.com, we are redirected um, uh, Cloudflare's DNS server 1111, right? So now if I try to ping google.com, as you can see, I'm redirected here and not to any of the Google IPs, right? And now practically I'm pinging Cloudflare's DNS server, not Google, right? You can see it obviously this one here. Now, this last functionality, keep in mind that if you are resolving an IP, so let's say with NS lookup, okay, google.com, right? So we did the mapping with NS look with hosts, and if we try to resolve google.com, NS lookup or dig or host name, it's still gonna give us um, the correct Google IP, because all of these resolving tools, as I said, right, like dig also, they pick up their DNS servers, that the actual DNS server that the host is configured with. That these DNS servers actually are configured in this file, right? So these are the DNS servers configured on this specific machine. So that's it for today. Just an example of how to use etc hosts. It's a file that you can use to do different configurations on your machine regarding what an IP resolves to. And there are other things you can do here, of course, but that was just a kind of easy way to show you how it works and what's functionality. That's it for today. Thank you, and see you at another video in our series Linux for Network Engineers. Bye.